Hello guys, Dyutam Joy from Dauntless Dyutams here. Welcome to Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 Part 10. We are playing this game in Master of Deduction difficulty. Follow us in Facebook and Twitter. Links are given below. Last part, we visited Mr. Vogel's art gallery and found out that there was a theft of a painting which was painted by Mr. Boniface Mercurio. We visited his flat in Old City and found a dead body there. In this part, we will gather clues revolving around this dead body. So without much delay, let's start investigation as Sherlock Holmes. Let's begin. So guys, we found out a dead body in Mr. Boniface Mercurio's flat. So let's see whose dead body is this. I'm hoping that Mr. Mercurio is alright, but let's see. Let us gather some clues and let's see.
I wonder where he got that fancy camera. It appears the wine was truly awful. Despite the overall tendency towards mess, you cannot sit with the drawer pulled out like this. Someone left it after searching.
Okay. So what we found out, let's see. So near the entrance on the desktop, we found a broken bottle of wine and a shattered frame with blue cloth fibers on it. Open drawer suggested that his desk had been searched. Searched by whom?
Aunt May whiskey, brandy bucks. Quite a collection he had here.
So he is a professional drunkard.
The chest has been searched.
Aha, so that's the painting depicting an evil and a girl.
Red skin, tails on the back. Reminds me of Werder's description of the stolen painting. The blood has dried.
I've heard of this style of painting. It is called Expressionism.
Expressionism.
The photograph was not pulled out in time. Such a waste of material. Look at this, John. Isn't it our stolen demon?
Okay. Now let's see what we have got. So a painting covered in blood lay on the floor. The other room contained Mercurio's photographic studio, where we found a ruined photograph inside a developer. Okay. No connections yet.
Judging by post-mortem rigidity, the body lay here for 1 or 2 days.
Uh-huh.
A normal kitchen knife. Could be the murder weapon.
Could be. Throat cut.
The wound is precise. It was inflicted by a razor or a knife. Soaked in blood. It seems as if the puddle of blood was here before the rags.
Uh-huh. Anything new? So this is Mercurio. I'm so sorry, dude. Mercurio's body lay on the floor in his room. Blood from his cut throat covered the floor. I found a kitchen knife and bloodied rags near the body. I spotted bruises on his knuckles. Judging by his post-mortem rigidity, he had lain there for 1 to 2 days. Okay. Let's see. So this is Mercurio holding his photo. What then? So I think this is appropriate. Let's see.
Mercurio was developing photographs when the intruder snuck in. Mercurio heard him coming. While the thief was searching the chest, the painter ran towards him with a bottle in his hand. He smashed it across the thief's head. The intruder had no choice but to defend himself, and the weapon of opportunity happened to be a kitchen knife. Mercurio stepped aside to grab the painting, but the wine-blinded thief attacked Mercurio's throat. When the thief came to his senses, he saw Mercurio bleeding on the floor. He grabbed the rags and tried to bandage him, but it was too late. Why did Mercurio attempt to snatch the painting in the middle of a fight? To strike the intruder? Not with his painting, it was too important to him.
Let's see in the Mind Palace. So coal footprint. The visitor didn't want to kill Mercurio. Mercurio's murder wasn't the thief's goal. Okay. So the Mercurio's death events chain. Mercurio was in the middle of developing photographs when the intruder snuck in. The thief attempted to search for something inside the chest, but the artist heard him enter and ran towards him with a wine bottle in his hands. He smashed the bottle across the thief's head. The intruder had no choice but to defend himself, and the weapon of opportunity happened to be a kitchen knife. Mercurio stepped aside to grab the painting, but the wine-blinded thief, who tried to defend himself by swinging a knife in the air, struck Mercurio's throat. When the thief came to his senses, he saw Mercurio bleeding on the floor. He grabbed the rags and tried to bandage him, but it was too late. Okay.
It's time for some chemical magic, John.
Chemical magic. Okay. So, Mercurio's painting stained with blood. We found this painting on the floor of Mercurio's flat. It is stained with his blood. So, let's do chemical analysis. Here we go. Six, -10 and -3. Okay. So guys, we have got the combination as 6, -10 and -3. And now let us complete this chemical analysis. Okay. So I have managed to erase the body by using chemicals. It's still live painting of Mercurio's room.
That doesn't look like the painting we need, Sherry.
As expected, but that doesn't mean it won't tell us anything. Let's put it on the easel where it belongs. I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John?
So we need to place it on the easel. It seems that the painting is not a perfect facsimile of the room.
If the intruder didn't take it, the skull should be somewhere here. Nothing behind it. Monster was actually a man. Poor girl. John, you ought to be thrilled. We are now hunting the devil himself.
What were you saying, Sherry? I was too busy sketching the scene, you know, crimes and such like, daily routine. Did you find something?
A photograph. It depicts a man in a red suit with tails sprouting from his back and multiple people in masks watching the scene. It all adds up. But the act of love, it wasn't given willingly, John. It was a violation. And the girl, she was with child.
Give that to me now. Did you recognize someone?
No. Although the victim is not from Cordona, she is African. Look at the ritual scars on her face.
Get that image out of your brain. You have to continue the investigation.
I must speak to the landlady. Perhaps she saw or heard something.
Sherry, you cannot tell her the truth about Mercurio. It will hurt her.
John, that's illogical. Sooner or later, she will come here and discover a corpse, and I still need to talk to her.
Just avoid mentioning corpse. Alright, stick to the character, tell her to call the police.
I'll take that into account.
And wait here. I've redrawn the people in the photograph. Now you can proceed with your investigation without those horrific details.
Okay. What about... Visitor might have wanted the photo. The visitor's intention might have been to locate the terrible photograph. Okay. So let us read. Dead man walking. John doesn't like the idea of telling the landlady the truth about Mercurio's death. He suggested staying in character. Okay. So John's redrawing of a pregnant girl. John wants redraw the photograph of a violation that I found at Mercurio's place. In this painting, he depicts a pregnant woman with tribal scars on her face. Okay. Sketch of the abuser. At Mercurio's place, we found a photograph of a vile act perpetrated on a young woman by a debauched man. John has sketched the abuser for our reference, depicting him in red suit with a tail. Alright. So there was a stash behind the skull after Mercury kept a photograph of a African woman being violated by men dressed as a demon. So let us meet with the landlady. We need to talk to her.
What's wrong, dear? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Can you tell me if anyone else has recently entered the flat?
Oh, you're talking about that limping man. I'm sorry I let him in. I was scared. And I thought maybe he would motivate you to find money so that you would pay your rent. No offense, dear.
Can you describe him?
Oh, so you weren't at home. I was so certain you didn't leave your flat that day. He was of average height, had a limp and a tattoo on his neck, and he was smoking Malpal cigarettes. My husband used to smoke those. They have a horrible smell I can recognize from a mile away.
Malpal cigarette. So we are close to the culprit. Yep, call the police to my flat.
Can I ask a favor?
Of course, dearie.
Please call the police and ask them to enter the flat. And don't look inside until they come up.
What? What trouble have you stepped in this time?
It really doesn't matter. Thank you, Mum.
Okay. Perfect gentleman. So what we have here? Malpal. So the gallery thief was in Mercurio's flat. Mercurio's murderer and the gallery thief are the same person. Okay. The gallery thief was in Mercurio's flat. Mercurio's murderer and the gallery thief are the same person. So, as John requested us to not tell her about the death of Mercurio, so we keep his word, but I don't know who is the main culprit.
Phew, Sherry, that was close. But you did everything correctly. Now, take off your outfit. I can't let you walk around in a dead man's clothes.
Okay. Let us change. What about this outfit? Yoruba. Let us talk to him.
May I ask you something?
What a coincidence. I only learned of this recently myself.
Oh, at last, my goodness. What a coincidence. Oh. Let's read. John's redrawing of a pregnant girl. The scars on the girl's face seem to be from Iwi's ethnic group tribe. The only place where you can find Iwi's people in Cordona is the refugee camp located under Victoria Bridge between Scalady and Silverton, and I am in this place itself. So the scars on the girl's face seem to be from Iwi's ethnic group tribe. The only place where you can find Iwi's people in Cordona is the refugee camp located under Victoria Bridge between Scalady and Silverton. It took a very long time
Did you win
while
another
searching
sailor's trip?
her information. Now let us change. Let me read again. Refugee camp located under Victoria Bridge. Where is the Victoria? I'm in the Victoria Bridge. So this is the refugee camp. I need to go. But how? So this is the route.
Beasts!
What happened? Another murder? So many policemen out there. I think.
Murderers!
Oh my god. We have not solved Mercurio's death mystery. And now another murder.
Livid. First they come to our land, then they murder our people.
Sir, this place is off limits to the public. Please state your business or leave, or I shall request that the police escort you out.
Yes, I am a private investigator.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a witness for a case.
A private investigator? Really? Even so, you're not authorised. I can't let you in.
And you are?
I'm Ronald Harlow, here to handle the refugee situation on behalf of City Hall. I'm the acting supervisor here, so I have full authority here to ask you to leave, or I shall order the police to detain you for trying to pass the blockade. Please, step back.
Pale, bags under eyes, works indoors, poor lightning. Tries to appear older, slight mustache. Wants to look authoritative, overdressed. Okay. Anything? Yes. Sweating, stressed, damp palms. Clean shoes, sedentary. So Ronald Harlow is a pale young clerk who tries his best to oversee a refugee camp assigned to him by City Hall. He is not very happy with such a responsibility, but he always does things by the book and executes all tasks he is given. However, he lacks the experience to deal with problems outside his writing desk. He is attempting to look older than his years by growing a scant mustache. Pale skin and bags under his eyes suggest he tired pen pusher, dazed formalist. Yeah, I will say tired pen pusher.
The people in the crowd are shouting about a murder in the camp. Are you trying to hide it?
It's mere assumption. I assure you that the situation is under the police's control.
If it was under control, if there was no dead body, you wouldn't be as nervous as you are. You would be sitting in your cozy dark corner of a City Hall room doing nothing as usual. Yet, you're here, trying to deal with a series of problems you never asked for.
These insults are inappropriate. You don't know what I'm doing for this camp. Even though the rest of City Hall doesn't give a bloody squat about the refugees. Maybe I didn't want to be assigned to this camp. But I'm trying to do my best for these people. If not for my work, they might not have any shelter or food even.
I apologize, Mr. Harlow. Perhaps I was prejudiced towards you, but in any case, I'm sure that you would still want this to be over as quickly as possible. The current reality is that neither you nor the police are managing things well here. You are unable to calm the crowd. You have simply never handled a situation like this before.
What are you driving at, Mr. Holmes?
I need to find my witness. Yes, I can help you.
I can help you to handle the situation if you're truly interested in solving things quickly and quietly.
And how exactly would you manage that?
Simply tell the police that I'm with City Hall and I'm permitted to investigate the scene. I'll work out the rest, but in return I need your help finding my witness. She's a young refugee. She's with child or was with child recently.
Look, there is indeed a dead body inside the camp. So even if the girl you are looking for is there, all the refugees are now being detained and interrogated by the police. They won't allow you to speak with her, and I can't do anything about that until the situation settles down.
So it's in our mutual interest to settle it.
Oh. I suppose that things are bad enough that I ought not shy away from help. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell the police to allow you to come inside. Just tell me when you're ready.
Mr. Harlow, how did the refugees end up here exactly?
Oh. So you're not from around here yourself?
I've been away for some time, but I read the papers.
Yes, this whole story has been in the papers for almost a year now. They were smuggled to Cordona on a ship from Africa.
Smuggled? Then why didn't you deport them?
The smugglers managed to sneak them to shore and hide them inside an abandoned warehouse. When the police raided the warehouse and found the refugees there, the ship was already gone. We aren't even certain as to which ship it was. We have busy shipping routes with other colonies these days, you see.
So you decided to lock them up under a bridge?
There was no other option. We're still trying to work out what to do with them. I only hope we'll find a humane solution and not put them on a raft and float them out to sea.
Okay.
Mr. Harlow, what exactly do you do here? What are your responsibilities?
What I do and what I am responsible for are two different realities, Mr. Holmes. On paper, I am in charge of the camp territory, security, provision, and the refugees in general. What I actually do most of the time is knock on every City Hall door trying to obtain some funding, or at least rations for the camp.
The police here on City Hall's behalf too?
They are, minus those who came here after the body was found. The governor won't let the refugees disperse into the island, so there's a significant police presence guarding the camp. Naturally, they answer directly to the police. I have some influence here, but I'm not their direct authority.
I'm ready to take a look at the scene.
All right. Go inside the camp and find Inspector Tewkesbury. He's the officer investigating the scene. Tell him I sent you. Say you're an independent expert from City Hall. He'll fill in the details for you.
I'll find my way with words. Thank you, Mr. Harlow.
Well, thank you, Mr. Harlow. We'll talk with Inspector Tewkesbury in the next part. Complications, guys. While solving the mystery of Mercurio's death, now we have assembled here with another death, and we need to solve this case too. But nevertheless, we'll completed every task assigned to Sherlock Holmes. That's all from 10th part of Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. In this channel, you will watch and enjoy latest games walkthrough in the hardest difficulty available part by part till the end. We need your support, guys. Please do like, subscribe and share the video. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We would love to hear from you guys and wholeheartedly appreciate your valuable feedback. Dyutam Joy from Dauntless Dyutams signing out. See you in next part. Till then, take care and stay alert like Sherlock.